Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakadash.
All right, double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, the ones out there doing this work diligently and chiefly keeping the faith, making your calling and your election sure. It's your brother Kazak.
The brother Yara.
Brother Yaiquad.
All right, we're here to, prophesy, the downfall of America. All right, and we're starting with Matthew chapter 24 and verse 37, and bring out precepts, to back that up. Go ahead, brother.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 37. It says, "But as the days of Noe were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be."
So as in the days of Noah was, that's how the Lord is coming back, right? That's how, the destruction is coming back. In the times of Noah, there was a flood, and it's going to go into it. You got it, brother.
It says, verse 38, "For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noe entered into the ark."
You see, so this is what's happening right now, right? Everybody is what? Eating, they drinking, they giving into marriage, they're marrying, having fun, and the destruction is going to catch them off guard. Just like, it caught them off guard back in the time of Noah, right? When Noah closed that ark, man, it was nothing but destruction.
It comes game time.
Yeah. And so once that door closed, everybody who the Lord wanted to protect was protected. And that means all hell can be broke loose. You know what I'm saying? Like all destruction can be let loose because the protected was protected. And who's going to be the ones who are protected now? The elect. That's who. Those are the people who are going to be inside the spiritual ark, man. Those chariots too as well, man. Protecting them from the flood that's to come, which is fire.
Even leading up to the fire, the different calamities. The famine, the Gurgur troop martial law. Even the implementation of the Charagma. They're going to be protected from all those things. Like the Lord said, He's going to keep us from the hour of temptation.
As I said, he that loseth his life shall find it. And those that basically keep it shall lose it. Because the ones that mercy, nothing but mercy, they're going to be caught off guard because the Lord is not upon their minds. They're in the world partying up. They have that saying, living their best life. Especially now when the summer is right here around the corner. They're just in their folly to the max. No repentance near their mind at all. Basically living in sin still. It says, continuing on, verse 39, it says, "And knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be."
Hey, man, that destruction is going to come suddenly, unexpected, right? When you think you are safe, it's going to come when you least expect it and hit you with a big-ass uppercut, man.
I got you. This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. It says, For when they shall take peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Hey, like a woman with a child, she can't tell the contractions to go away. She can't tell the baby to stop coming. Hey, the baby has to come. It has to get out. Hey, that's the same thing with the destruction, man. That's the same thing with these prophecies. It has to come to fruition. It's like a baby being born. So each one of these destructions is like a contraction, And at the end, a baby is going to be born, which is what? The kingdom, man. That's it. That's what we're going through, several different contractions. And as you know, when a woman gives birth, the contractions get worse and worse. That's what's going to happen, man. As a woman with child, these prophecies has to take place so that way the kingdom of heaven can come.
Continue on a little bit more. It says, Matthew 24, it says, "Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken, and the other left."
Hey, it's only going to be a few, man. All right, late. All right, it's going to be the ones who are delivered. And what, 2/3 got to be wiped out, be consumed with the calamities that's to come, right? With the floods, with the destroying winds, the tempests, man.
I got that real quick. I think it's Isaiah, as you quoted. Hold on. Isaiah.
Then shall it be two in the field, and one shall be taken and the other left. Hey man, it's the vision. Hey, the Lord said it, man. He's coming to bring the sword, not peace.
Come on. It's
You know?
like that was fun. Isaiah 26:20. And says, Come, my people, enter down into my chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the great indignation be overpast. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquities. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. And that's what's going to come to this place, man, destruction. And the reason why we prophesying, repenting in sincerity and truth. We're doing this in hopes to what? To be covered in the times to come. And that's why we're signing the crime, because ultimately we want to be delivered anyway.
Yeah.
And
then, like it said, come my people, enter down to thy chambers, and hide thyself as if it were a little moment, because that's representing the salvation that the Lord is coming with the chariots.
Mm-hmm.
You get beamed up, that's how one is going to be taken and the other one left behind. One taken for salvation and the other one left behind for destruction.
I got a precept. I'm going to jump up in the same verse. I'm going to start at 15. Isaiah 26:15. Thou hast increased the nation, O Lord, thou hast increased the nation. Thou art glorified. Thou hast removed it far unto the ends of the earth. Lord, in trouble have they visited thee. They poured out a prayer when thy chastening was upon them. Like as a woman with child that draweth near the time of her delivery is in pain, and crieth out in her pangs, so have we been in thy sight, O Lord. We have been with child, we have been with in pain, we have at it were brought, and said, we have it as it were brought forth wind. We have not wrought any deliverance in the earth, neither shall the inhabitants of the world fallen. Thy dead men shall live together, with my dead body shall they arise. Awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust, for thy dew is as the dew of the herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. And we're catching hell, man. That's another reason we're sighing and crying. And trust me, times are figuring a lot rough. A lot, man. To the point where, hey, the Lord gonna have to come back, man. Because Esau finna come down with great wrath. As the scriptures say, man. He's already setting everything in place for the squeeze. With the chemical train derailments, the systematic famine, the talks of, them not, whether or not they're going to pass or extended, this debt ceiling shit. All these things, Esau are pretty preparing, the trap, to ensnare the people into this NWO system. But before that system get established, there's going to be a lot of hell. And that's what the elites want. They want chaos to bring forth their order. But ultimately, the Lord is really the Yahweh Bashim Shad is bringing the chaos to bring forth his order. His new world under who the world, ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which is Yahweh Shah,
Hey, the best way to take the kingdom, or the best way to take an enemy's kingdom, is to make them kill themselves. Or make their sword fall upon them own selves. That's what the Lord is doing. They're destroying themselves.
Let's get there. I got this. Isaiah 19:19. I'll start at 1. It says, Isaiah 19:1, the burden of Egypt. It's not talking about, the literal Egypt. Ain't shit going on in Egypt right now. It's not talking about ancient Egypt. It's talking about a spiritual Egypt, which is America. It said, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. And just like he did in times past in Egypt, who's that cloud? Who's in that chariot? That everybody seems to overlook.
Right.
It was Yahweh Shah.
Yeah. That pillar of light.
Come on. That's what this Passover symbolic was him.
Hey, who's that death spirit that went and killed everybody?
Come on. Yahweh Shah.
It was Yahweh Shah, man. Through the spirit.
Come on. And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall move at his presence, and the hearts of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. The idols, Esau's technology, it's going to be destroyed. Even these entertainers and athletes, they're looked as idols, in the sense of this world. people are renowned. People people seek for answers from.
Even nobodies that self worship.
Yeah.
Worship themselves.
Yeah, from what, social media?
Yep.
Giving them, they got millions and millions of followers. Now they're idols to those followers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, everybody's now what, worshipers and lovers of them own selves, like 2 Timothy chapter 3, man.
Come on.
You know?
Your ass gonna be what's gonna move at the presence of the Lord. You're gonna be shook when you see the Lord invade this realm, you know. It says verse 2, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, civil war, civil unrest. And who's to say that, you know, that's gonna pop off this summer, man.
It popped off. We seen them storm the Capitol already. That's a, you know, when Donald Trump, when he had that insurrection, you know, hey, that's just on the low level. It's gonna happen on the large level where all the capitals gonna be stormed.
Yeah, especially if they don't come to agreement with this little debt thing, man. This can kick it off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a lot of, you know, I've been looking into it myself. You know, being a vet, you know, which Esau don't give a damn about, you know, his vets or his military. You know, showing he's a devil, but hey, you know, they might not get paid if they don't reach agreements, which is going to cause what? Insurrection, sedition, especially amongst these Edomites, man. You know, these red-blooded patriotic Edomites that really believe in the Constitution. They're going to be the first ones, you know, to really kick this shit off, man.
Yep.
You know, Lord going to put the spirit upon them right along with the 2/3. The scriptures say what? Judah shall be a terror, you know.
Who shall rouse them up?
Yeah, who shall rouse them up, you know. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. It's going to be total anarchy, man. They're not going to have no regards for their princes, their kings. You know, ain't going to be no 911 in your town. You know, some sirens that's going to become less and less, you know.
Right, they got a family to look after.
Yeah.
You know, they got to look after their wife, their kids and shit, and it's all hell in the streets. You ain't going to be fighting for dominance. You got to protect what you got, man. So that's what they got to do. Instead of protecting you, they got to protect themselves and their family.
They say survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
And they've been showing you throughout the years through the movies.
Yep.
And we don't give credit to Esau even with that. We give credit to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because ultimately the Lord put the spirit upon these Edomite directors and these top, you know, Hollywood directors to make these films.
Yeah.
You know? So the Lord is showing you on the left hand what's to come, and he's showing you through the mouth of the prophets of what's to come, man. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you people are without excuse when judgment is being implemented, man. Yeah. You know? It says verse 3, the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers. And Jake gonna be looking to TD Snakes for answers. He ain't gonna be where to found. Hey, the true prophet's gonna be out the street corners. Mm-hmm. You know, it's gonna be them bootleg camps left out there, telling your ass to go karagma up. You know, because the true prophet, you know, the Lord gonna remove him from the corner. You know.
Yeah. Hey, it's a judgment that's gonna come on the false prophets, because when they can't deliver those miracles for that large congregation, the congregation gonna kill them. You know, that's a destruction that's gonna happen to those false prophets, man. The Lord is gonna turn that crowd that's been supporting you all that time. They gonna get pissed off. You can't deliver them, man. Well, you can't give them no answers in that time, so they gonna fuck you up, man.
Like a perfect ending to a movie, man. Yeah. You ever seen like the end of the movie when, you know, everybody getting, all the evil people getting, they just dudes, just dudes, the pastor getting there, they raided them, killing them.
Because, hey, what happens with a king? You know, if he's not delivering, you know, benefits to the people will remove him.
Yeah.
You know, and that's in the sight of, you know, in the sight of man, you got that large congregation that's following you. You're a king. They gonna remove your ass, man. Behead you, carry you out and shit on pikes or something.
Yeah, you think that's the spirit, bro. You think like in the movies, in the old ancient movies where it's like the mobs where they have the fucking torches.
Yeah, they come in and grab the king up and
that revolution. They're gonna spark the
you know,
chop his head off. Head roll down.
Set up who is profitable.
What they think, which we ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be judgment time.
It's always burning up.
You know, Lord willing, we be of the elect. You know, a little bit more on this. Back in Isaiah 19:3, in the middle of the verse, it says, "And to the charmers I'll read again from the top. Isaiah 19:3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. You know?
If I may, that if I'm not mistaken, the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. The scriptures say that he have mingled a perverse spirit within the land. And that's what the Lord is coming to take up out of this place, or really to destroy it, period. Because he's going to destroy the counsel thereof and all the philosophy and doctrine that spread across the world, spread across the globe, because it all stems here back in America. Through the wicked elites, starting with the top banking families, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and such. All that's going to be put to naught. It's going to come down to naught, and the kingdom and the true doctrine coming about these scriptures from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to be a king in them days, man.
It says, and the water shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be dry, shall be wasted and dried up. And that's twofold. Talking about, because when water dries up, that's symbolic to what? Famine, drought, death. And that's also talking about, that wisdom, which is not true wisdom, man. That all that wisdom is going to dry up. Like the scriptures say, the Lord should destroy, the wise man of Teman, because what's being found out now that everything's fake around us. People finding out that even with Biden, you won't know if that's the real Biden or not.
Yeah.
This nigga look different every goddamn photo.
Yeah, and even that's being exposed.
Yeah.
Everything in the darkness is gonna eventually come to light.
Okay.
All that shit with the with that Biden shit, they have side by side pictures to where how he looks now and then how he looked during Obama's run.
Yeah.
And you see which Lord knows, but you see that kind of the underlining of a mask that dude's wearing, and like different shapes of ears and his wrinkles. So yeah, Lord knows who he's playing. Like I think it was Shakespeare said, the world is just a big stage.
Yeah, that's all. You got these crisis actors, these stage. Although some of these events do be real, but it's stage in the sense that Esau plans these things. They take counsel. That's why the Lord says he's going to destroy the counsel thereof. They take literally counsel on things, plotting on ways of how to, pretty much because they use the stage events to play on your mind.
Yeah, they're warlocks.
Yeah, like the damn
magic acts.
The Rambo Transformer that they had in Tennessee, man. That went into the school and supposedly shot 3 kids, 3 adults, 3, 33, 6, a lot of, rituals, luminary shit, And the Lord's been drying out all that up because it's not working. That witchcraft ain't working no more. People waking up like, nah, that shit. And you fucked up with the jump shot, man, That whole jump shot scenario, people now realize the government don't give a damn about you, man. It says, verse 6, and they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be empty and dried up, and the reeds and the flax shall wither. The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away, and be no more. That's speaking of, that wisdom as well as, that business. Because you understand, the Nile River was key, economically to Egypt at the time. You can trade via the water, fish. It's very, you can they got water to grow their crops. When the Nile flooded, So now with that going, pretty much that's representing the economy. So the American economy is going to dry up eventually.
Good, just like the Euphrates River. It's drying up right now as we speak, and let's match it with that, man. Everything that's bringing life to these nations is going away, drying up. And it's changing. Like, the earth is not producing for these nations no more.
It says, at verse 8, the fisher also shall mourn, and they that cast angles into the brook shall lament. And the fishers, them investors, they're gonna, Because when you fish, it's like, you fish, it take time to catch a fish, like investment. You just hope you throw your money in hopes to get something back in return. So all these big time people that invest their money in things, hey, all that's going to come to naught.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why these nations are gonna return and be welling at America because they can't make money no more. Their money is gonna be done. Hey, that's another reason why they gonna nuke America because they can't make money with her no more. She's not bringing her the riches or bringing them the riches like she once was.
Because you got to think, fishers in the ancient days, especially in that time, make a lot of money. Even in these times, they do, man. You got to watch those movies, the fishers at sea. They make a lot of money fishing, man. So, hey, once it comes to this, in modern terms, people they got that time and money invested in this place going to be disappointed. It says, and all they that cast angles into the brook shall lament, and they shall spread nets upon the water and shall languish.
Can't get nothing out of it.
God.
They just throwing nets in and coming back empty, or they picking up a shoe or something.
God.
Bad investment.
Some plastic waste.
God.
Yeah, there's no more profit on your fucking what they call delicacies now in America with the shrimp, crab, and lobster.
Come on. It said, moreover, they that work in the fine flax and they that weave network shall be confounded. The warehouses, the factories, because once, once the system starts to collapse, hey, all those things going to go away as well. Your fast food industry jobs, in which who works these jobs? Predominantly, Jake, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. So, when these jobs collapse, hey, what you going to do?
Collapse.
You're gonna collapse with it.
They gonna fall out.
Because why is that? Your God you made money. Your God.
Yeah.
See, Esau through his witchcraft has made people sublime. Whether you a Christian or claim to be a Christian, Islam, low key, sublimely, all these people that's claim to be in these different religions, one thing they all agree upon that in the way that it shows for they all worship money.
Yeah.
If you think about it, the Islamic nigga ain't no different than the Christian pastor.
No, they all got that 501c.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In their language, they still got that same benefit. So they get that tax break. So they can keep all the money that they got and then give over only a percentage. You know what I'm saying? That's what they all got.
If any.
Yeah. Because you don't got to give it all away. It's only like at the end of the year, I believe, with that 501c. You got to be able to pay at the end of the year on taxes on things that you have not spent that money on. You know what I'm saying? To bring in more business.
It goes into that if you read down into that perverse spirit you was talking about earlier. Verse 10, and they shall be broken in purpose thereof, and all that make sluices and ponds for fish. Surely the princes of Zoan are fools, and the counsels of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. Your elites, the people that truly run this place, your politicians, all these people are fools, man. When you watch, NBC and CNN, you be like, this is a shit show, man. And that's America for you, bro. Everybody looking at America like, hey, this place is on its way out, man.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Circling the drain. I had a precept real quick, if I may.
Let me finish this verse real quick.
Yeah.
It says, how say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise and the son of the ancient kings. You got it, bro.
If I may read in the NLT, and then I'll get the verse. It says, Isaiah 19:11. In the NLT, it says, what fools are the officials of Zoan? Their best counsel to the king of Egypt is stupid and wrong.
Stupid, man. When you pushing sodomy, it's stupid. The jump shot was stupid. You systematically crashing your economy to bring forth and hopes to bring this to establish this NWO. It's just stupid, man. It's not. It's going to come to naught.
And it's a task that you will never fulfill. but you fully invested.
God.
I'm all in on some bullshit. That's what you did.
Yeah, all the shit.
You know it's gonna be messed up. You know it's terrible. You know you got a fucked up hand, but you going all in.
Because we can think about what Esau, especially these Wall Street guys, a lot of them got rich off Ponzi schemes. Telling people to invest in something that really was nothing.
The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, and the Lord finna do the return on your ass.
Double.
Because it's NWO is like a Ponzi scheme. Because it's not gonna work. And the Lord gonna escape with all your riches.
At the end, yeah, let me get that.
Yeah, let me get that.
It says, continuing on in verse 11 of the NLT, Isaiah 19, it says, will they still boast to Pharaoh of their wisdom? Will they dare brag about all their wise ancestors?
And all the counsel and all your wisdom is being brought to naught. The way how you teach people to eat, you know, history, you know, everything, your science, everything about this man is being questioned. You know?
I got it.
And that's crazy. They are prideful enough to still boast. Even being destroyed, they are still gonna boast their negativity and wickedness. They're never gonna repent.
Yeah,
repentance is not open to them. So even while the Lord beating their ass, he's still gonna try to be wicked. That's why you gotta wipe them out. You know, because they cannot. What's crooked cannot be made straight.
I got a precept to back y'all up. This is Job 5 and verse 12. It said, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
You go to that word enterprise, it means business. So the Lord made sure he upset their business, business plan with prophecy. They took all day. Imagine they spent 24 hours, years on writing this business plan just for it to not pan out. Because the Lord threw a monkey wrench in that shit. They wrote all it down strategically. And right when they get to the end, it's not going to work.
Because running the earth is a business. And that's what the sons of God, you know, Lord willing to be of the elect, is preparing to inherit. You know, the business of running the earth.
That's the top business.
You know, that's the top business. You know, just like Esau, man. Esau, you know, they got their different families set up to control different, you know, industries. You know, like you may have one Edomite family that controls, you know, the oil industry. Then the other Edomite family controls, you know, the seeds, you know,
medicine,
and
the medicine and all that. So how you think how much more in the kingdom, you know?
Yeah, you can break it down to basketball teams.
Yeah.
You know, it's just several You don't see a Jake owning a basketball team. Majority of the owners are Edomites.
Yeah.
You know,
football.
And they all profiting together off of a business.
Yeah.
You know,
because what comes with the earth? Resources and people. You know.
Yeah, because slaves is true. Well.
Yeah. Animals, cattle,
land.
Yeah.
And that's what you see. That's what Esau got. Literally, he made his own people slaves.
Yeah.
So you think he gives a fuck about you?
Hell no.
Fuck no.
Speaking
of Jake, you know.
He'll blow his mama head off about something, bro.
Yeah.
And sit there and talk to her while she dead. You know, that's the type of man.
Fuck you, Mom.
Yeah. You remember, this is the man that sold his blessing.
His birthright.
He sold his birthright for some uncooked food. Now he run the earth. So
that's a nigga.
Yeah.
That's the real nigga right there.
True nigga.
Yeah, bro. Selfish nigga.
This morning, I'm gonna jump back to this Isaiah 19 and 12. It said, where are they? Where are thy wise men? Let them tell thee now, and let them know what the Lord of hosts hath proposed upon Egypt. The Lord said, where your wise men at? You know, tell your, you know, ask your wise man what I got prepared for their ass, you know?
Just like a godfather sitting back like, go tell your scouts what I got coming for them. Like he's boasting in the destruction that's to come. He like, tell them, I'm coming. Let them know I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like
playing
Omar off The Wire.
Yeah. How you gonna plan yourself out this ass whooping that's to come, man?
Like you know you about to get robbed with Omar coming off The Wire.
Come.
You seen this? Like, people, Omar coming? Yeah, the scout like, Omar coming. His ass walking up with a shotgun and a trench coat.
Hey,
like, you seen that?
Yeah, I think, They do the whistle.
Yeah. You got a trench coat on with a shotgun. Man. That's the Lord coming back, man. And he's coming to steal all their riches and shit.
Yeah, and that's what he's a dude to come in the hood and rob.
Come in the hood and rob them. He only robbed the wicked.
Yeah.
That's all Omar did. And that's the Lord coming.
Last trumpet.
Yeah.
Do that last trumpet.
Yeah, it's over with for your ass, man.
Taking all their riches. So like,
it says, verse 13, the princes of Zoan are become fools. You Edomites are not looked in high regard no more. You know, in the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, you know, Esau was held in high regard. But now everybody looked at it, he's a fool, he's a freak, he's a complete loser, man. You know what I'm saying? They dumb. Because when you sit and look at these people and the plans that they have, you be like, this nigga's a complete idiot. Like Bill Gates, for instance, man. You know, he portrayed himself as this philanthropist, this guy of knowledge. And when you look at him, he's an idiot. You know? And he's a freak.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But people have held this man in high regard. Why? Because he got billions of dollars in which he stole. You know, showing how destroyed the people are. It's good to say what? The poor man wisdom is despised. You know?
Hey, they agree with it. They agree that he stole it.
Come on.
As the king is, so is his people.
Come on.
You know, so wickedness is just everywhere. They love it. They praise him for it. They voted him in.
Come on. Yeah. It says, the princes of Zoan become fools. The princes of Noth are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof, you know. And they seduce with these philosophies. Like right now, what they're pushing. You know that niggas who chop their rods off to become women. You know, that's more important than everything else that's going on in the world. You know, Dwayne Wade's son, filth, and all kinds of madness, man. These things are more important than, what's the true issue. You know, the fact why people are sick. You know, why people are dying for cancer at a high rate, you know?
Shit, over in America, it's a curriculum that a transformer go into the classroom of a kid. You know what I'm saying? To teach them about that. Yeah, that's what America is doing. Like that's part of the students' curriculum to learn about this damn transformer. Then you got Chinese over there. They learning math. You know what I'm saying? And fast forward, them motherfuckers is super geniuses.
Coding.
Compared, yeah, they're coding at 12.
Huh.
Then you got the 12-year-old in America. He got to sit through a transgender fucking class.
Eating pizza and chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Through, bro.
You know we through, man. What? You know Esau sick and give you chocolate milk with pizza, man. Who does that? That was poison.
Yeah. You don't even know what milk that is.
That was some
rat milk. Oh, we know shit.
Even if it is milk.
Yeah, pig milk.
That's how you know this man is deranged. And not only is it in one school, but it's across all the schools in America.
Yeah.
Man, that's just a simple thing. That's another
simple
thing. You see it on social media. They give us side by side too with that, with the American cuisine at the lunch, and then like overseas somewhere, how much better it is. How much you know?
It says the princes of Zoan are become fools, and the princes of Noth are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. It's even they. You know, let's get that in NLT.
Yeah, it says about the false prophet.
The false prophet, the leaders of Israel too. You know, they off.
Because they of the stead, that's them of the head.
God, the boule.
Yeah.
You know, the guard, the gate guard. You know, the guard. What's it called? Pretty much the gatekeepers.
Gatekeepers. That's
yeah.
What they watch as gatekeepers. Yep.
Isaiah 19 and 13 in the NLT, it says, the officials of Zoan are fools, and the officials of Memphis are deluded. The leaders of the people have led Egypt astray.
Huh. That's all to say. Verse 14, it says, and the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man stagger in his vomit. So you ever see a sight of a drunken man staggering in his vomit? It's a nasty, disgusting sight to see. And that's how America looks to the world. You know, when you look at Joe Biden, he's the epitome of what America is, man. Old, rusty, and just freaky and through.
Senile.
Yeah, like that old man on Family Guy.
Yeah.
You know?
The royal court is in my
yeah, that's Joe Biden right there.
Talk with a whistle.
Yeah.
With that crippled ass dog, yeah. You know, that's America, man. You know, through. When your top health advisor is a man, literally this nigga like Peter Griffin with a wig on. You know what I'm saying? He giving you health advice. Think about that, bro. A man that dressed like a woman trying to tell you about your health and what you need to put in your temple. See the confusion behind that, man? This nigga,
Rightfully called, bro.
this
Land of
nigga, he practiced a lifestyle that's known for killing people. Now he's the head of the health organization over America. Showing this place is through, bro.
You can't even put on the right clothes. How the hell you gonna tell me what to put on my body?
Clearly, man, you have a mental disorder.
Right.
This shows how destroyed this place is, bro. And people, you tell us the average people look like, people don't give a damn.
They don't care. They do not care at all.
But these people govern your life. So the word govern means to control.
Yeah.
You know? They control what you eat. We don't have farms and shit like that. You know? You know, at any moment they can shut the plumbing off, you know? You can't go, you don't own no water. You don't say this is my lake. I own this. Like, no, you don't. The scriptures say what? We got to go to them for the one of all things.
We're subject to payment.
Yeah. It says, verse 15, it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, the head or tail, branch or rush may do it. So pretty much the system gonna totally collapse, gonna come to a standstill, to a halt. You know? Like a machine, you know, the person like the emergency stop. You see the machine just getting out of order. And, you know, we the prophets like, hey, turn that shit. You know, person emergency start on the machine. It's gonna.
I got a precept.
You know,
if I may.
You got it, bro.
It's Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low."
Ain't gonna be no mirth in that time. That party and boy, that spirit going out the window. It's gonna be terror. You know, a frightening time to be in. And if you ain't got the Lord protecting you, through, man. And that's why we giving diligence to make our calling and election sure, because we seeing what's to come and we want to be protected, man. You know, our family, our children, you know, if it be the Lord's will that they be covered as well, you know. It says back in Isaiah 19:16, in that day Egypt shall be like unto a woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which shall be which he's shaking over it. So hey, Egypt gonna be like a woman. These men gonna be scared. These mighty men, these bodybuilders you see that be in the gym, they gonna be scared. You know, them doo-doo ball body guys. You know, they gonna be scared, bro.
Man, it's gonna be no more glorying in your might.
Come on.
No more. All that pride is gonna be brought low.
You police officers.
Yeah.
You know, you different law officials. You gonna be scared, man.
Yeah. Ain't no badge to fucking hide behind now.
Ain't gonna be no badge, and Lord knows a lot of dirt. You know, the Lord got people prepared for guys like that abuse their power. You know, because what you see right now in Chicago at the precincts, homeless all around the precincts. So you gotta think when that shit collapse, where them homeless gonna be coming in? They gonna be coming in and killing y'all, man. It's gonna be just total anarchy, man. It says, verse 17, in the land of Judah shall be it said the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Ooh, that's the spirit.
Hey, Jake gonna send it up, especially in Chicago. You know, you gooks, you gonna get it too over there in Chinatown. Cause when you go to Chicago, what's surrounded there? Jake surrounded it. Yeah. So where there's no food, no supplies, who you think Jake finna come to a neighborhood near you? You know, and the Lord gonna put a spirit on them. He gonna put a spirit on the 2/3 to get busy as well, man. You know, cause they fed up. You know, but they just don't have the answers to to why everything it is. So they just gonna be, especially these Generation Z.
Facts.
Them little niggas gonna go crazy, man.
Monstrous kids.
Yeah.
Man.
The drill babies, the GMO babies. It says, and the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because the counsel of the Lord of hosts, because he have determined it against it. Bro, it's the Lord doing all these things, bro. You know, it says, "In a day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan," and it's speaking of the Israelites, "and swear to the Lord of hosts, one shall be called the city of destruction. And in that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and the pillars at the border thereof the Lord." And that altar is right. That altar is being set right now. You know, when we set up camp, that's an altar being set up. You know, because why? We're making our bodies a living sacrifice, man. You know, like Apostle Tahar said, America is a giant altar. We're prophesying when what you do on the altar, as you prophesy, you sacrifice an animal. You know, but in this case, the sacrifice is going to be the people. You know, you're going to be the sacrifice in the day of the Lord's slaughter.
How do you do it? By fire.
Come,
Uh,
you cut.
fuel for the fire.
You know, it's bloodshed first, then the fire come. You know, you know, this is gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot of blood shedding, and then the fire, man. What the fire cleanses up all. You know what I'm
Yep. Big
Cleansing
sin.
the mess.
saying? Yep.
Sin offering.
Yep. It's gonna
Gotta
be
clean
sweet.
up.
You know, it's gonna be a sweet, savory smell in the nose of the Lord, like. Yeah.
Looking back like, yeah.
It says, "And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a Savior, a great one, and he shall deliver them. And the Lord shall be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians shall know the Lord in that day, and shall do sacrifice and oblation, yea, they shall vow a vow unto the Lord and perform it."
If I may, that's what he's coming with, man. The deliverance, and his name is going to be sanctified across the world,
Okay.
just as it was in the time of the first Exodus. We were brought up out of the land of Egypt. The nations about knew the name Yahweh,
Okay.
and in these times, the people are going to know the names of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai.
Okay.
You know,
They knew about Yahweh, but they didn't know about his son.
it's mighty.
Now his son coming back to get the glory, you know,
Damn.
in the name of his, he coming, in the name of his father. Man.
Hey, tell me, that's the spirit, bro. Tell me what I was watching the first episode of Demon Slayer, the second season, and is it Flame Hashimura or something
Yeah.
like that? And basically, he had slew a demon, and it was basically he had say like a grandmother and her granddaughter,
Yeah, I seen
and
that.
she had looked at him like she was getting flashbacks of grandmother was getting flashbacks of when she was a kid and she got saved from what it seemed to be that same dude, but it was actually his father.
Yeah, it's a spirit.
Mighty.
Yeah. Oh,
So the
damn.
deliverance,
Come on.
in the first was his father, but that he was a spitting image of the father. So she was like, and she Flame Hashimura or whatever. He was like, "No, you must be speaking of my father." But it's something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like, I'm honored that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and let him know. Blah, blah, blah. It was mighty, bro.
Yeah.
That's a spirit.
It says, that is mighty, bro. Isaiah 19:22, and it said, "And the Lord shall smite Egypt, and he shall smite it and heal it, and they shall return even to the Lord." And this Egypt, in this sense, is speaking of Israelites. You know, because at one point we was looked in the eyes of the Lord as Egyptians, following the customs, the beliefs,
Mm-hmm.
It's like I could be wrong. Is it right? This is up.
Yeah, you go.
It said, "And the Lord shall smite Egypt, and he shall smite it and heal it, and they shall return even to the Lord, and he shall be entreated of them, and shall heal them. In that day shall there be an highway out of Egypt to Assyria, and the Assyrian shall come into Egypt, and the Egyptian to Assyria, and the Egyptians shall serve with the Assyrians. And in that day shall Israel be the third with Egypt and with Assyria, even a blessing in the midst of the land, whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, Blessed be Egypt, my people, and Syria, the works of my hand, and Israel, my inheritance."
Because that's who's going to get the deliverance, man. You know, is the Israelites. And all these other nations are going to serve the Israelites in the kingdom. You know? And the Lord, right, going to bless some of these nations, right, because it's going to rain in their land if they keep the customs of the Israelites. But Esau, Edom got to go. You know? So, healing is coming to Egypt. Who the Egyptians are, who are in bondage. Because if you're in America, what? And you're Israelite, you're called an American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you were in Egypt at that time, you will be an Egyptian. You know? If you're in Greek, where you'll be what?
Greek. That's all the Syrians,
Yeah.
Because what those was those two rigorous captivities we've been in. You know, the Syrian mainly with Northern Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they called hell on the that king. What's his name was? Son of Labat, some shit like that. I forgot you said. You know?
Yeah, vicious.
Yeah.
And you know, Egypt was a harsh bond.
No, it wasn't son of it was somebody else. It was King.
I can never look it
Just for edification's sake, so I don't want to miss.
up.
And then, like you said, the Egyptian one was rigorous. Shit, this one was rigorous. You know. We just find it learned and we close out with that.
Yeah.
Tiglath-Pileser.
That was his name?
Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria.
I think it was another one.
Yeah, I was gonna say there might have been.
It's another one called with an S. Was it S?
Sennacherib.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That's the one I'm
that's
talking about. Yeah, that him. Yeah, Salakia. Yeah, that guy.
You know, so hopefully this was edifying. We're going to end it by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. All right, double honors once again to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone, Shalom, and Wa Abba Babal.
Abba Babal. Chemotherapy 2023.